excited for home.
Very, very much excited for home. It was a good trip though.
It was a super fun trip. Yeah.
Like we did a lot. We
Yeah.
spent a lot of money.
We did. Yeah. We came, we spent a shit ton of money, we fell.
We did.
We met the hobbits.
Yep.
Saw the Christopher Lloyd dude. Saw McLovin.
Yep. We saw many, many things. We saw people. Oh. Saw people you work with.
We did. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it was such a good day though.
Yeah. The first day too was fucking jam packed. Like drive down from Fort McMurray, have a nice breakfast, go to the mall. What did we do after that?
We went to the Hotel Nightmares.
Oh yeah, Hotel Nightmare. Then, then we got the chateau.
Oh, so nice.
And then,
we went to the River Creek Casino.
Yeah, then we gambled a little bit.
And we won money.
Yeah, won money. And then we chilled for a while, had to kill some time, and then we did an escape room, which we crushed.
Yes. I can't believe we beat it. It was so hard, guys. You have no idea. Super duper cryptic. Yeah. That was impressive. And your first escape room, beat your first escape room was a massive, yeah. We actually have to review that place.
Yes, we do. We're gonna give them a great review.
Yeah, what is the...
It's OMNI escape rooms. And then yesterday it was get up, go to the expo, spend all day at the expo, get 15,000 steps in at an expo.
Yeah.
See weird people that we won't go into.
Doing weird things.
There was a lot of weirdos.
There was just a lot of inappropriate, because there's such a mix of age, there's children there,
Yeah.
I don't think you should be wearing things that are not for children to be seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, if it was an adults only event, I can see why that's a little bit more, but if it's a public event where kids are,
it's just gross.
Yeah.
It's when you do weird stuff at Disneyland, it's just
not mentioning anyone specific. Yeah, it's just you don't do that.
No.
But all in all, it seemed like a good crowd. There was a lot of cool things. I thought there were going to be more cool things to buy.
Everything was quite overpriced, I must say that.
Yeah, overpriced and kind of a lot of the same shit. You could just buy posters and comic books and little knick-knack things. There was a couple places that were selling swords. That would have been cool to buy a sword, but
they're so expensive. And then the artist's corner was amazing. But again, it's just, you're paying so much to be at the event and to do the experiences that you want to have. You just don't have the money then to spend $100 on a reprint.
No.
Maybe $100 on the actual artwork.
Yeah.
But I don't see.
It's just because these are small-time artists. If it was someone bigger, I can see why they want to charge more money for their thing. But these were I don't want to say nobodies, but I don't think they're super big in the art world.
Yeah, I mean they were really good, and it was really cool to see their stuff, and I heard.
But the art section was overlooked a lot too.
Yeah, it was. It was in the middle of nowhere, yeah, I'm very glad that we opted not to get a booth because the books were also not
people were just walking by them.
Yeah, they were walking by them to get to the other things. No one was like stopping to see any of the authors. And it was so expensive to get a booth.
Yeah.
So I felt incredibly bad for like independently published people who opted for getting a booth.
Yeah, maybe start a little smaller, and like at smaller events where you like people can take the time to be like, ooh, what is this? Like,
or at like a book convention, because those, you know, obviously people are there because of the books.
Yeah.
So, you know, this crowd was such a mix of people. Like there were a lot of people for the Hobbits, obviously.
And tons of people for the Hobbits. Like the lines for the Hobbits autographs and photos were ridiculous. We stood in line for an hour and a half, and that was just one of the lines.
Yeah. And then like there were a lot of Star Wars people.
Yeah, lots of Star Wars. Lots of anime people.
Yeah, lots of anime people. But like there wasn't really the romantasy niche there. Which like obviously most of the authors there were romantasy. So that kind of sucked for them. But all in all, it was very cool.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, and I'm happy we got pictures with the Hobbits. Do you want to get the frame? Just
yes.
If it's reachable.
I just don't know if we're gonna. Okay.
And we had to do 2 photos. We needed a retake because I probably had my eyes closed, which was on purpose. I just wanted to be with them again.
It was definitely not on purpose. We were both so shocked when they asked us to
I've
come
never
back
met a
again.
celebrity before, so I was all like starstruck, like, maybe you're the person in the movies.
Yeah. But also like those specific celebrities to meet. Like I was also like my heart was beating so fast.
Yeah.
I used every ounce of courage I had to like speak to Sean Astin properly.
I did not have the courage, the same courage with Elijah Wood. Like I barely said anything to him because I'm like, oh my god.
I was like prepping myself though. Like I knew what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like I had like rehearsed the conversation, and it went so well. Like he complimented my Tristan, he complimented us as a couple. Like he said that I was very cute. He said like a whole bunch. Honestly, it's so difficult to even retain like the information.
Well, I remember you saying something about I love you in 51st Dates.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then he laughed and said, and then you married him looking at me. And before we walked away, he grabbed my arm, like the back of my back of my bicep, and he was like, I see a lot of myself in you.
Yeah.
And then we went on.
Yeah.
And then we came back for another one.
Yeah. It was so cool. Yeah, it was very, very cool.
Yeah, the whole experience was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, the whole expo was super overwhelming just because of the amount of people that were there, but it was all worth it just for that moment.
Yeah, it was really, really awesome. Yeah.
And now we woke up early, we went to Costco, and now we're taking the drive from Edmonton back to Fort Mac, so we got about 4 hours of driving.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how the Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays.
Yeah, in Edmonton there's, like, we wanted Chick-fil-A so bad.
And they all closed.
On Sundays.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the Lord's Day and all, but like, chicken is for the Lord's Day.
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to eat on the Lord's Day?
Yeah.
Like, you know? Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of mad. Like, but we did have roll me up ice cream.
Yes, I did. After we got home yesterday and got to the hotel, we were like so drained, but we were like, you know, still had to get her dessert. Oh yeah, we went to a roller rink after the expo yesterday.
Oh my god.
I paid $100 to go roller skating.
Which is insane, by the way. Like, you're paying $100 to like use rentals on a concrete like floor.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways,
Anyways, and then yeah, we were there for 30 minutes.
Okay, so I used to skate when I was a kid. Like, I was really good, and like I had my own skates. until I was probably about like 10 or 11, I would say. And then like we moved, I lost my skates, whatever. And so I was, when we saw the roller rink, I was like, oh, it'll be so cool. I don't know if I'd still be able to do it. And Tristan was like, it's just like riding a bike. Like,
I didn't know. I've never roller skated before.
Yeah.
So.
And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would just be like rolling a bike. And then I was still like, yeah, I'm gonna be rolling laps around you, like blah blah blah.
She was very confident.
Yeah. Anyways, we put the shoes on. I fall immediately. Like I fall whilst asking the lady how to move.
She's like, how do I do this?
Yeah, and then just like
on her ass.
Yeah. Like literally on my butt. Like, yeah, like thank God I have padding, cause and then Tristan is just like a natural as he is at everything. So he's like skating around the whole thing, like right off the bat. I'm like trying to use the wall because they also don't have a railing for some reason.
Or like any sort of like assistant thing.
No, like just nowhere for you to learn at all. So also if you're gonna call something a roller rink, there has to be a rink involved, like a circular.
Well, there was like a pattern they wanted you to go in, but like the actual floor was kind of a weird shape.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a place for like if you know that you know how, like go there. It's probably pretty cool. The music was nice.
Yeah.
The lights were cool. Like it was a vibe. But like if you don't know if you're going to be able to do it, you need a place that's going to have a railing.
Yeah.
You need the traditional like circular thing so that there's the thing all the way around.
Because she spent a half an hour at this little tiny railing part by where people take a break.
Yeah.
I was like practicing the whole time, and then towards the end, like I biffed it too. Like I was going towards I just wanted to go sit down. I didn't fall the entire time up until the very end.
Yeah.
I was just gonna go sit down to take a break, and I don't know if it was the
fell
transition.
into the table.
Yeah, I like fell face first into a table. It was nice.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one's seen besides Kimlin at the very end. She just seen like the end part of it when I was on the floor, so
Yeah.
I wasn't as embarrassed. But
Yeah, like I fell in front of everyone who was there.
yeah, there was
Like,
lots of people when we first showed up, and then like everyone left.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I do think like the lady who was working there should have helped out a little bit more.
Like she asked for help too, like for pointers, and she was just like, you should probably get safety gear.
Yeah, that was like the only thing she said, and then literally just walked away.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like in the middle of nowhere, like, and I can't use the skates, and there's no railing. So how is this supposed to get places?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So yeah, not great. I felt really bad, but I did try my hardest.
Yeah, she did. She did try her hardest.
I like really practiced, and then I actually went out into the like concrete floor from the practice area or chill area or whatever it was. But then it was very evident that I was not gonna make it.
Hey, I was with you a lot. I was trying to stay there and like help her and give her pointers, even though this was my first time like skating and I had no idea what I was doing either. But I'm like this. Like this. But
Yeah.
I was trying to be a helpful, supportive boyfriend, but like it just wasn't.
You definitely were. Like you were very helpful and supportive, but like I just like was not able to do it. Like I don't know. I'm very tall and very clumsy, so maybe it's a center of gravity thing. I don't know.
Could be, but it was cool to try something new.
Yeah.
And then anyways, we went back to the hotel, chilled for a little bit. We got Church's chicken.
Yeah, it's not like the best. Like I definitely wouldn't get it again.
No, I probably wouldn't either, but it wasn't like a bad dinner. Like,
No. Like it
wasn't the worst we've had.
Definitely just a mediocre.
Yeah, it was just meh.
Yeah. So like, and again, it's always good to, we love trying new things for you guys. And we love trying new things in general and pushing ourselves and stuff. I mean, not that you have to push yourself to eat food, but
like your burger was definitely a lot better than mine, your barbecue one. Like mine was a little plain, but it was okay.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we chilled for a tiny bit, and then I told Kimlin we're going, and I took her to roll me up ice cream, which that was the first time I had roll up ice cream, which was pretty cool. Like, I mean, it's just ice cream served in a different form, but like...
Well, it's cool because they mix it right there.
Yeah, it's like a Subway almost, where you can see them doing it in front of you.
Yes, and it's so fresh, and the flavor is so fresh because everything is literally, even the ice cream, it's not in ice cream form, like out of a thing.
Yeah.
It's actually the cream that they mix on the cold plate.
Yeah.
So everything is so fresh, and like, I'm sorry I spat all over you.
No, it's good.
But that means you need to buy a lottery ticket.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely primo. It's like better than gelato, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say that was really good. And then we went to Yeg Exotic, which Kimlin thought was Yeg Erotic.
Yeah.
So she thought I was taking her to a, sexy time place. She was all excited. I'm like, no, it's a exotic candy store, basically.
Okay, but in my defense, it did have that vibe. It was like an old 70s style, like psychedelic fucking, I don't know, even the lights were like red and yellow or something.
The sign was orange.
Yeah, exactly. Red and yellow.
Yeah, so we ended up getting a lot of like candy and stuff like that, and just different things. And then we got a mystery bag, which we'll show a video of here. I'll just clip that in. And then, yeah, we didn't really try all the candy yet. We had the popcorn last night, and it was like a sour cream and onion popcorn.
So good.
So good.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, that was kind of our night. We ended up watching The Monkey last night, which is the movie that we watched for our first date, but never watched because we made out for 2 hours. And then went back to my place and made out more.
You're not supposed to tell people that.
Telling everyone. What? You couldn't get enough of me.
Yes.
And yeah, that was our night. We kind of just chilled, and then yeah, that was the trip. That was the whole trip, basically.
Yeah. It was a really good trip. Like 10 out of 10. Probably. What would you say? Like, would you say it's better than Phoenix?
I don't know. Phoenix was funny. This was cool because I had a really unique experience with it, obviously, because of the Hobbits, but like Phoenix was just a vibe. Like, we saw a lot, we traveled a lot, like, and we drove for like many hours.
But it was also like a very like spiritual experience.
And the fact that it was like a trip that you were being honored at an event too, like we were getting an International Impact Award, that was really special. Yeah. So, and it was very fancy gala, so like, I don't know. I still think the Phoenix trip was better, but I don't know. I don't want to like rate our trips that way. I think all of them are good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it was an amazing trip. Yeah, honestly, we've done so many cool things this year. I was so grateful.
Yeah, me too.
Like, yeah. And now we still have 2 more.
Yeah, we have Drumheller coming up.
Yeah, but that's going to be a really good one, like, in terms of we're going to be making money then instead of spending money. So,
hopefully.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And then we have a very, very special trip.
Yeah, we're going to be going to Smithers in November.
Yes.
Smithers, BC.
Yes.
To do stuff and things that will be disclosed later. Very secret.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yes.
And and then we're just gonna work our like tight little butts off and save a bunch, and then we've got South Africa. So that's going to be amazing. I'm super excited to show Tristan, like, you know, where I grew up and all of that.
Hopefully I'm on your shift by then too, so like we can take like proper time off together. Is the posting up yet? Do you think? Or?
I don't know. I'll have to check. Yeah, that would be really nice though.
Trying to get a job with her so we can work together and be on the same shift.
Yeah.
So we can spend more time together because I love her and she's amazing and I want to spend every moment with her. And I don't know, like it's been like 7-8 months now, and I feel like people would get like sick of the other person spending this, but like I would get sick of any other person. I would be so sick of them by now. I'd be like, get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, because we really do spend so much time together. Like it's like, but it's the best. Like even if we're working on things, or you know, he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, which I mean, honestly, we mostly just do things together. But
mostly,
like,
yeah, unless I'm like editing or unless you're writing.
Yeah.
Because like I've been like the main editor of like our videos and stuff like that, and like, which I don't mind. Like that's kind of my thing, and then like your thing is writing, right?
Yeah.
Even though we are writing a book together, which we are going to be working on more here soon.
Yes.
Spending some more time for that because that's going to be an amazing book.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Basically, the premise is it is a mystery thriller, like Fated Mates, Stalker vibes.
Yep.
And so the tiny little blurb thing would be basically, you know, this couple has the perfect life. They're kind of at the beginning of their lives, and they have this bright future planned out for them, and everything's kind of going in their favor, until there's something that completely changes the way of things, and it gets very unhinged and very like fun. Yeah,
it's gonna be a good book.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a little bit of everything, like kind of funny, kind of
Yeah, it's kind of funny. A couple scary parts maybe.
Yeah.
Like we want it to be like thriller, like you're on the edge for some of it, and like but also I think all in all the main theme is like romance and love.
Yeah.
Like
yes.
And I think what's gonna make it unique is telling it from two different sides.
Yeah, so we've written, like I write the female character, he writes the male character.
And we're just going through chapter for chapter kind of thing.
Yeah, so it's a dual perspective, first person novel, present tense. And yeah, it's just, it's going to be very interesting because I don't think I've ever seen anything like that where it's written, like the male perspective is an actual male's perspective.
Yeah.
Like the female's perspective is an actual female's perspective. And we've already kind of had a few moments where like, oh, I didn't realize
Like men think that way or vice versa.
yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's been really interesting, and I'm super excited to
Just on that topic, like it sparked a couple, like not debates, but somewhat debates, but conversations on like what it's like to be a man and what it's like to be a woman.
Yeah.
Or just like people in general, how people can be a certain way even though they don't sort of show signs of that and stuff like so on.
Yeah.
You know, because like what you were saying, like, oh, I don't think, you know, the character would be like this out of the blue or something like that, but it's like, you know, anyone's really capable of just like switching like that. And
yeah, and yeah, I think the biggest one that we had, like the biggest debate that we had, which might have, you know, for some people been a huge argument.
yeah, where it was basically just like a gender debate.
Yeah, what were you saying? You were saying that you like for everything to be equal, like you don't like for... Okay, so basically I was saying that you should never ever, and it doesn't matter what someone's done to you, like you should never leave a woman outside in the dark, you know, because obviously it's a huge safety concern, you know, the most assaults that happen on women, blah, 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 blah. And he was saying it doesn't matter what anyone's done for you. You should never leave a person out in the dark. And like, although I agree with that, I was saying, like, you know, the risk factor is just not as high. Like,
I think it's just equally as shitty.
No,
to do.
for sure.
Like,
and
but I understand your point of the risk factor. But I think it's just still shitty either way.
Yeah, and I agree with you now. But that was our points at the beginning.
And we ended up having a big gender debate kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because and to give some context, I'm just like a very like equal person. Like, I think, you know, it doesn't matter, men, women, black, white, whatever. Like, everything should be equal.
Yeah, because you can't really move forward as a society if you consistently try to
cater to a certain demographic.
Yeah, and it's difficult because there are differences. Like, it's really difficult to get the balance right because, for example, even if you just look at like women and men on a biological factor, like women, you know, if you want to, you're gonna have a baby at some point, and that means for a certain amount of time you're not going to be as physically competent and capable. And even emotionally, you know, like your hormones are going to be all over the place, and a lot of women deal with postpartum depression. You know, these are all kind of factors that you have to take into consideration. Yeah. So there has to be you know, I think you need time off work, you need you know, assistance, you need you need all of these things.
Well, when it comes to the big things like that, I totally agree with you. Like giving birth, I totally agree with that whole process. Like, like, you know, like I said, I'm like an equal kind of person, but I understand that everything can't be equal. Like when it comes to the gender thing, and like the fact that women are the ones that give birth, like totally, like give them the time, give them like the support and stuff like that. But like,
yeah, but it's just because of the way that our society has kind of grown. Like there's because there are those like innate differences, there's opportunities that men have, and also opportunities that women have, I guess, if you can call it an opportunity. But it makes it an unequal system from the get-go, you know? Because if you're forced to take, you know, let's say even 8 months off of work every time you have a child, so let's say the average person has 2 children, you know, that can really set back your career. And then also with the price of daycare and all of that, you know, a lot of women can't actually go back to work.
So that's why they end up being stay-at-home moms.
And then when you go back to the labor force, your degree doesn't mean anything, and you know, your qualifications that you had prior don't mean anything, and you kind of have to start from scratch as though you're 20 when you're maybe like 38. And so then your earning potential is significantly lower, blah 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 blah, and then it creates this huge gender imbalance, because obviously the man has been working this whole time, and he's been, you know, which is amazing if you have a nuclear family, and you have a super stable, amazing relationship, but it's not super awesome if, you know, something happens, like a tragedy, or you know, maybe something happens between the two of you, or you know, there's multiple factors.
But I think there's a lot of programs out there for women to get back into the labor force, or like there's a lot of like trade opportunities and stuff like that too that men don't have. So there's like a couple things that like help in certain ways. Like I wouldn't say it's like a cure-all solution, but there's a couple things out there that can help women get back into their careers or start a new career potentially that makes them more money, or...
But that's why I was saying that the system has to be unequal in certain... Because, you know, we do have a bunch of programs for women, but we also have that, so it's like...
I get that, But then also in the same sense, like, men don't have those opportunities. There's not programs because they, you know, people just think that we can get the jobs.
Well, but a lot of the time you can, though, so...
In certain situations, but I don't think that, like... I'm sure a lot of, like, older employers look at it like this, where, you know, a man can probably do this job better than a woman, but I you know, there's a lot of women on site and stuff, too, right? So I don't feel like that's entirely true anymore.
So... No, for sure.
Like, I know it's still more of a male-dominated place, but I think that's also because more men go for those opportunities and willing to work those kind of jobs.
Well, I think it's just also men are more capable of that type of work.
I don't think it's entirely of that, though. I don't think either one of us is more capable than the other when it comes to site work. Like, site work can be very, very easy, right? Like, I think women just, like, from what I've heard from, like, speaking to women in the past and stuff like that, it's like
to women in the past, too.
Oh my god, yes, I've spoken to women before.
How dare you?
Anyways, just speaking to women in the past,
Yes.
a lot of them are not willing to do that kind of work.
To all these women. I'm sorry, can you go?
No, another conversation.
No, I'm sorry, I was obviously teasing.
Anyways, speaking to women in the past, I have found that more women were not willing to do those kind of jobs and work that hard. So
Yeah.
it's not entirely because men are more capable, it's because they're more willing to do shittier things to earn money.
Yeah, like, yes and no. Like, yeah, because yes, there is a high turnover of a certain type of woman. Like, I've seen that firsthand. I mean, we've had a few women come and quit, like, at the one time it was even day of.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about women who have tried it. I'm talking about women who are not willing to try it at all.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, like, I haven't had those conversations, so I can't speak to what you've experienced. But I can say that men are physically stronger than women on average.
I don't know about you, but a lot of the jobs I've worked on site doesn't require a lot of physical effort.
Pretty much every job I've worked on site requires physical effort. I mean, like, I do an average of 17,000 steps a day,
Yeah.
and lug a hose, and have to lift heavy things, and like, my job in tailings was worse than my job now. Like, I was jacked.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like, and that was the job where there were women coming and quitting day of. Like,
Maybe it's because I just think of labor work is not that hard.
Well,
That's the
because
thing.
you can lift, like, it's like, you can lift insane at the gym, and then you're like, oh, yeah, it's not that hard to do this. Like, obviously it's not.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Like, I've worked with women where they're really trying their hardest and they can't turn the valve.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's really frustrating because now you're on this team that requires 3 people and you've got 2 people who can't turn the valve.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, you know, it was very difficult for me, but, like, I could do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so maybe I'm just looking at it from that perspective as to, like, things are a lot easier for me, so.
yeah, I mean, like, it's not every woman. There's definitely some women who can, but there's also, like, women who are, like, 140 pounds and, like, have never been in the gym. Like, yeah.
Well, listen, when I started in the trades, I was 130 pounds.
That's crazy.
So,
I can't imagine you as 130 pounds.
So, and I did a lot of physical lifting, heavy shit. Like, I was lifting, like, full pieces of, like, plywood on my own. And, like, generally they're not very heavy. It's just, like, an awkward imbalance of weight that makes it hard. And I'm not a big person. Like, my arm span was, like, the width of a sheet of plywood. So, like, I could just lift it on my own. But I was doing that multiple times a day.
Yeah,
Like, when I was
also had to do that.
when I was in the cabinet shop, and I was, like, lifting very heavy shit, and I was doing granite install. So you're talking, like, I don't know, like an 800-pound countertop between you and one other person that you're, like, lifting and putting onto a counter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was 130 pounds starting out. So, like, although I see where you're coming from, it was just like I was also there once, and I just kept at it, and I worked hard, and, you know, it eventually became easy.
But yeah, that is the thing. I think a lot of women are not willing to get to that point because I mean, it was difficult for me in the beginning as well. Like, when I started on site, I was like 19 and like